Hello guys, if you are a beginner using WordPress to develop a website, this video is best for you. If you are a beginner you are trying to install WordPress on your local host server, this video is best for you. These are the things that we are going to do in this video. We're going to install Xampp application on your website, on your system, and also we are installing a WordPress on your system, and we are creating a database on your Xampp application. Then you are going to link the database with your WordPress. That means you are installing WordPress on your database. Without database, you can never install WordPress. You won't be able to install WordPress. So let's dive into the video. Let's take the video step by step and see how it goes. I will leave all the link below, don't worry. So this link is where you can download your Xampp application and the configuration. Make sure you have good version of the Xampp, and this link is also where you can download your WordPress on your system. So let's click on here to download our Xampp application. When you click here, this is the version. You click here to select the version of the Xampp application you wanted to download. Make sure you are using Windows, you select for Windows. If you are using Linux, you select Linux. If you are using different kind of OS, you select different kind of OS that you're using. So I'm using Windows. I click Windows, then select my version of Windows. You know, some systems are using 34 bits, 64 bits. So my system is 64 bits. You make sure you select 64 bits Xampp application. So if your system is 32 and you are using 64, you know it's not compatible. Make sure the version that you download is compatible with your system. So you see now it's started downloading. After finishing downloading, it will download in the download will come with a zip folder, which are going to extract the zip folder into your local hard drive. So you find the download in the download button in the download folder, but make sure when you install the Xampp folder installation will be located on your local hard drive. Can you see? So after installing, make sure all this folder is present on your system. If the folder is not present on your system, if any folder here is not present on your system or file, that means you're downloading the wrong file or you're downloading the wrong application. So likewise here, you're clicking here to download WordPress. When you click here, the WordPress will start downloading. I will leave all the link below, so don't rush yourself on this. You'll find all the download folder here on your download folder. So you see, this is our Xampp and this is our WordPress. So we're going to click here to install our Xampp. I have Xampp on my system already, so I don't need to install the Xampp again. So but if you are installing the Xampp, it is very easy and straightforward application to install. You don't have any problem installing Xampp on your system. Just follow the procedure to to install all the Xampp application. So here is the WordPress. We're going to extract the WordPress as well. So after you install the Xampp, you click here to on the application, tap Xampp, it will come up. Then you are going to on Apache and MySQL server here. So when you on the two the server, that means you've already on a local server on your system, so you can do anything. You can act as if you're on a live server. So after owning our MySQL server, we're going to dive into MySQL server to create a database where we are installing our WordPress. So when you click here to open a PHP admin database, you see this is a database for you to create. So we're going to create a database here now. You click here, click on new. When you click on new, type here the name of the database. Make sure you know all the database name and the password that you create, because you are still going to need it when you are connecting the database and your WordPress together. So when you click here to create a database. We created the tutorial 1 database name. So after clicking the tutorial 1 database name, we're going to create a user. After creating a user, we give that user a privilege to have access to the database. So let's create a user now. We click here to create a new user. We click a user. After clicking a user, create a new user, give it a name, tutorial 1. Here it is case sensitive. You are creating a user here. When you are connecting the two together, you make sure it is the same thing as you type. So password, give it a password, give it name, give it a password. Make sure you use a strong password. If you're on a live server, use a strong password. If you're on a local server as well, you can use a strong password, because if you are not using a strong password, that means you are giving account access to your website. So let's try to give our password here. We type our password here. After we type in a password here, give it a privilege. No, we are not creating. Okay, we'll check this one. We check this one. We check this one. So we give the user all privilege to have access to the database. Then we click go. So after clicking that, that means we create a user, and we've created a privilege for user to have access to the database, so that we can do anything we want on the database. So let's now go and extract WordPress. After finishing all this one, make sure your user, you don't forget tutorial 1. It is case sensitive. So let's now install WordPress. We're going to extract the WordPress into a Xampp folder. Click on extract here. Then we're now going to locate a folder called Xampp on your local hard drive, which you can see drive C. Then we select Xampp. Click on Xampp. Then we select ht.folder. That is where you install your WordPress. So if you are installing your WordPress on another folder, you won't be able to have access to it. So you install it on ht. Then you click OK. So give it some time, like 2-3 minutes. Everything will install. Even if it's longer than that, your system is not slow. So, and after extracting, all the folder here must be present in your application. Click Xampp here, WordPress. After extracting the WordPress here, make sure all these folder must be present on your WordPress folder. If any folder is missing, that means you will be having a small issue on your website. Although you can fix it, I'll be doing video on how to fix an error like that. So let's have access to the WordPress. Click localhost /WordPress name. Make sure the folder that you the WordPress folder name is the same thing as what you are typing here. If it is different, you won't have access to it. If you're using a capital letter and you're using a small letter here to have access to it, you will have any problem. So let's install WordPress. So give it a database name. You remember the database name that we created, tutorial 1. We put it here, and the username that we created, which is the user that we created here. This is our database name, tutorial 1. We type in the user as well, tutorial 1, capital letter. Make sure it is capital letter. If you're not typing with capital letter, you will be having issue. So because it is case sensitive. So blah 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 blah. So yeah, you see tutorial 1. Then you type tutorial 1 here as capital letter. Then give it the password and install. Then let's run it. So let's install the WordPress in our system. All this we are doing it on a local host. If you are a beginner that you want to know how to use a WordPress to develop a website with your knowledge of HTML, CSS, PHP, other things, this is where you can start from. So it is better than writing a code from scratch. So we are going to give our site a name here as well. then the username and password. This is a new username and password where you'll be having access to the back end of your website. It is not necessary that you use the same password and the username for your database, and here you may have different password. So this is a user. Make sure you use a strong password as well. Here you create a new user and name password. If you have any question, you can leave your comment below. No problem, I'll have access to everything. I will reply all the questions. Make sure you like my video and share my video as well, and click the subscribe button for you to have access to the next video I posted. So you now type your email here, type email. The email typing here is for you to have access to the website. If your website is down and you have problem logging into your website, or you forget your password or username or something, this email can help you to retrieve everything. So make sure you use a valid email address here. Use a strong password, use a strong username for you to have a good back end login to your website. So click on install. Maybe some time to install to show. Bam, successful. Yeah. Then you click here to login. So admin one, password, click your password, bam, click install. This is your back end server. This is your back end website where you can develop a good website, interactive website. Then you click here to visit our, although this WordPress is empty now, we've not installed anything on it. So this is how you can install WordPress on your local host with easy step without having any issue with database and other thing. I'll be showing you how you can install WordPress without even create a database on your system. Thank you guys. God bless you. Bye.